Salutations, gratitudes, wishes, and prayers. Respected friends, along with welcome. In this world, so many beings are fortunate, lucky in so many distinct, different ways. Some have fortune for some time in one thing, some have for long time in one thing, some have so many things fortune in. Some people throughout life. Lucky one side of their life, you see, they don't appear to be so great. But pata nahi, they become lakpatis, they become karodpatis, they become MLAs, they become ministers, they become, you know, different ways, heads of different departments, so much name, so much fame at very young age only. So much of money. It's all very funny when you see in this world. बहुत किस्मत वाला. Now, no less happy or fortunate are you and I. Our fortune is being in the comforts of safety of security of our home itself. We are getting the opportunity to listen to the moksha giving Brahma Vidya every day throughout the day. Rather, in fact, we are more fortunate than all those people who are said. Isn't it? घर पे बैठे बैठे आराम से in our own chair sofa, need not go anywhere, isn't it? No need for any obligations, hardships, works. Bus, find time, make it convenient, put on this whatever the online gadgets online, just listen. How fortunate we are. Second one, the above mentioned all fortunate people, whatever the fortune has brought to them, if they make right use of them, will they not grow further, evolve further? A moneyed person, when he does these service oriented activities, philanthropic activities, the punya grows, then that fortune also grows further. A politically powered person, keeping away all personal selfishnesses, biasnesses, truly when he works for the welfare of that society constituency, will he not again be elected every election? So when those fortunes, whatever the level they are given, when they are rightly used, they will multiply. They become more greater, deeper, vast. So too in our case, this fortune of able to listen to Upanishads, Shastras, Tattva Shastras, being at home, if we can rightly utilize with our coming every day, with our attending every day, seriously, sincerely, and later on giving some more time for manana, chintana, extending gratitudes also to our gurus like Vaashishtha, Vishwamitra, Valmiki Adi, and praying to them to open up our intellects for this understanding. If these things also are added, this fortune will become more greater in the form of the subject caught. तत्वज्ञान gained सैद्धांतिका. कितना मजाल मस्ती मौज होगा हमारा, even if when we intellectually understand that Sadvastu is only Brahman, everything is else Mithya. Therefore, I need not be worried about Mithya with my Raga as well as Desha. I need not have Raga with that snake, that I take it, train it, make it dance and earn money. I need not have Dvesha or Bhaya with the snake, that it will bite me and that poison will kill me. Because that snake is Mithya. Why? I realize the rope. Even Siddhanta Rupena also, the clarity comes. how much freedom we find in our life from all imaginations, notions, projections of mind, isn't it? Then, Vaki, if we start doing seriously the sadhanas of Bahiranga, Antaranga, and Antarmukha, and really we are able to discover our identity with that substratum which is everywhere there, in that Sarvatmya Bhava, Sarvasya Atma Ekameva, Tad Brahma and Tad Brahma Aham Asmi. If really into that Anubhuti we enter, what more fortune, blessedness, fulfillment be there than this? So, the field is open, everything is freely available to us. How much we are recognizing it, making use of it, determines how much we grow and glow. It is your challenge to every one of us. So, welcome again, friends. Brahma Pratipadanam. Let in our hearts, in our intellects, everything is Brahman. This Jnana Pratipadana happen. With that drishti only, Sri Vaashishtha Bhagavan guiding us through Ramaji. 14th Sarga will conclude today in this third Utpathi, Prakaranam of this vast, sublime, complete Smriti Grantha by Vaashishtha ji named Sri Yoga Vaashishtha Maha Ramayana. And mind you, it's Ishvara Leela that through this text we are trained along with other Shruti Smriti Puranas. Otherwise, where we are and how we get this chance to study this exclusively different text which seldom people dare to even touch, and many so-called spiritual giants also do not know clearly that there exists such a text of Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana with 32,000 shloka with 6 prakaranas, each one so complete. But हमको ये मौका मिल रहा है. Good, we are going through, and surely let's have that Shraddha, that Krupa will continue to give us more purity and more ability to be able to grasp the subject matter. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu, Om Namo Brahmadibhyo, Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti, Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Acharyebhyo Rishibhyo Manibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Asmad Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Shri Vasishtha Vishwamitra Valmiki Veda Vyasa Vamadeva Naradadi Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana Acharyebhyo Namaha. Ramayanam संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद योगवासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति प्रकरण मोक्ष शास्त्रस्य पारायणम अध्ययनम साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभोः कर्ता एतो क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्या कर्तात्मने नमः। ॐ तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यः। तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते मायया उपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्धिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिमं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठादि ऋषिभ्यो नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम चतुर्दश ब्रह्म प्रतिपादन नाम सर्गः। तो very importantly Vasishtha ji cautions Sri Rama and all of us also towards the end of this sarga. What he says is avikalpa tadatmatvat satta sattaikataiva cha avayavavayavita shabda avayavavayavita shabda arthau shashashrungavat. Sorry, avayavavayavita shabdarthau shashashrungavat. So avikalpa tadatmatvat, that Paramatma which has no vikalpa, no two-ness in it, that is one without second. That being the Atman, okay, of the entire Jagat. Therefore, the entire Jagat which is Satta, Sadatmakaha, manifest, Asat, the unmanifest, all of that has this Paramatma alone as the Atman for that. Avikalpa tadatmatvat satta satta ekata evacha. So, the Sukshma, Stula Jagats both are not independent of their Adhisthana, Paramatma Tattva. Point 1. 2. Avayava Avayavita, Shabda Arthau, Shashashrungavat. Avayava, all this world of names and forms. Avayavi, the Paramatma. These Avayava Avayavita, Shabda Shabdartha are so much unreal like the Shashashrunga. So there is no Avayavi Paramatma. There are no Avayavas in this Jagat, as if there are two things. Okay? Between Paramatma and Jagat, the Karana Karya Sambandha is not there. The Avayavi Sambandha also is there. The not there. The Srashta Srushti Sambandha is also not there. Then what is there? Paramatma only by mistake seen as this word. That mistake at the total level is Maya, at our individual level is Avidya. In that Avidya we have uh, the Avarana that we are not able to and we don't want to apprehend the reality. And in that Avidya, the second is the Vikshepa, that the projected world and so much engrossed in giving value to it that we don't want to leave it. Like parents are my well wishers, that's the fact. But वो आवृत हो गया, आवरण हो गया उसमें. And these friends give so much of time, entertainment to me. So therefore, I am always with them. I love them. Friends or any such nonsense. That's called Vikshep. Both are so strong that this person, instead of making use of the blessings of parents, he misses it. And because of his too much value given to the friends in any form, he just destroys all his opportunities and future and life. Example, है ना? This is the healthy food. Take it, never you will have any disease. But we don't know that such food is there. Avaran ho gaya. And all that food, each one is poisonous, detrimental to the body, and every day and so many times you consume just for the sake of taste. That's called vikshepa. And that's why every day the abnormality of the body, because of which not even swadharma we are not able to do properly. Forget about the loka seva, desa seva, भगवत उपासना, दिव्य आध्यात्मिक साधना, तत्व चिंतना, ये जो बॉडी लेवल में अटका हुआ बंदा ये सब कैसा कर पाए? Isn't it? Such way examples like avarana vikshepa. We have that avidya. Because of that only, insistingly we are taking the Brahman as Jagat. And unfortunately, the timings and the loka in which we are followed now, whole people around us are the same only. Birds of same feather flock together. Just like that, all the birds are of same feather of same avidya of avarana vikshepa. So we are complementing each other, educating each other, encouraging each other in living the avarana vikshepa yukta vidya janita jivana of not wanting to realize Brahman, not wanting to leave the Jagat. Even though the giver of bliss is Brahman, but we don't want to catch him, and the giver of dukkha is this Jagat. Even though we are suffering, we don't want to leave the Jagat. Wholesale amsa. You can see a group of youngsters wasting money in races, or in another group of youngsters wasting money in tash patta खेलते हुए. The other group of youngsters wasting बाप का माल उड़ा रहे इधर उधर घूमते हुए. You can see this word, कोई ड्रिंक्स में, कोई ड्रग्स में पैसे उड़ा रहे, वेस्ट मनी कर. So too the entire humanity is wasting their life and energies only in this samsara addiction of not wanting to know the reality, not wanting to leave the unreal jagat. ये पक्का सत्य. Krishna, so he says that avayava avayavita shabda arthau shesha shrungavat. They're as unreal as the horns of the rabbit. Now, anubhuti apalapaya kalpitaha yehi dhigastuta. Okay, so अनुभूति अपलापाय कल्पितो यही दिगस्तुता. So all anubhavas are at the upadhi level. Upadhis themselves are kalpitana adhishthana. And using the kalpita upadhis, gaining the kalpita anubhutis like the swapna, giving it as reality, and therefore they say Jagadasti, Satyamasti. Whoever are saying like that, Dhigastu Tana. To them and to their ignorance, fie upon or Dhikkaroho. By saying this, Sri Ramji ko, Sri Vaashishtha ji keh rahe, let the entire world of worldly people come to you and with all testimonials and proofs, tell to you that anubhavas are coming. Therefore, this Jagat is real. Don't listen to them because the anubhavas which they are getting are also with the upadhis which are also the projection. Like the me in dream is projected, my tongue and nose, ears also are projected in dream, and that tasty objects, the forms I see, the ear sounds, they are also projected. Therefore, with the tongue in the dream, I tasted it. With the eye in the dream, I saw it. With the ear, I heard that sound. All of them are also kalpita. But वहां एक को सत्य दिया उपाधियों को, तुरंत फिर the world also appears to be real. Then the anubhuti is also appearing real. And to a person in dream, tell him all these triputi of dashta, darshana, drishya are kalpita. The waking mind is reality. Like we don't accept now the Brahman is real, a dreamer also will laugh at that guru who teaches. But when that dream ends, whatever the time duration it takes, when you wake up, is not this is true that the Swapna Jagat of Shabda Sparsha, Swapna Indriyas of Chakshur Ityadi, and Swapna perceptions of the Shabda Sparsha along with the Ananda or Dukkha. All of them, are they not projected? That's why Anubhuti Avalapaya Kalpitaha Yaihi Tan Digastu. धिक्कार हो उनका therefore न विद्यते जगत यत्र साद्रि अब्धि उर्वी नदी ईश्वर there is a one state of pure Brahman when realized the entire Jagat so substantial right now having the mountains oceans rivers forests even this also is na vidyate then what to talk about that concepts of avayava avayavi sambandhas which are kalpita है ना सृष्टा सृष्टि संबंध कल्पित देखो जगत जो इतना सॉलिड दिख रहा है वो भी नहीं है उस प्योर ब्रह्म अनुभूति में दिस इज हाउ ग्रेट गुरु हियर गाइडिंग अस ओम नमो नारायणाय Now continuing, चिदेकत्वात् प्रसङ्गः स्यात् कः तत्रेतर विभ्रमः शिलाहृदयपीनापि स्वाकाशे विशदैव चितो See, चित् एकत्वात् प्रसङ्गः स्यात् कः तत्र इतर विभ्रमः So the chit is one without second, eternal. It is never divided, dichotomized, dissected, broken to pieces for any reason, any time. That chit rasa nirantara sada sarvada is there. Therefore, prasanga syat kaha tatra itara vibhramaha. Then, where is the reality given to the delusion of itarata? Then prasangaha, the contact with them and experiences. Where are all of them? Only one chit alone is there. Vaashishtha ji is talking from that standpoint of Sarvatra Chit Darshanam, trying to lift Rama to that drishti only. That chit alone is Brahma. Brahma Pratipadanam is the name of the Sarga. Shila Hridaya Pinapi Swakashe Vishadaiva Chit. So there is Krishna Vasudeva space. In the space there is Spatikam, a crystal appearing to be solid inside outside. In that crystal, which is by itself Vishada, any colored flower or cloth you keep, it reflects. In the same way, the space is pure Brahman, the crystal is Shakti, the Maya, then the entire colors that crystal reflects is nothing but the entire Rupanama Jagat. Now, the Kalpita colors, they don't touch even the crystal only. How can they touch the space? So that, like, the forms do not touch my own eyes. Otherwise, I can't see second form after seeing the first. The sounds do not touch the ears. In a sense, attached to. Otherwise, second sound I cannot listen. The tastes do not get attached to the tongue. Else, second taste I cannot have. If these things can't touch the indriyas, how can they touch the mana? More sukshma than indriyas. If they are not touch the mana, how can they touch the pure self? They won't touch. Means they don't influence it. Means they don't disturb it. Means the self is intact even though it's Shakti and in that Shakti the entire world is projected. So right now though Jagati is there, Brahman is not there. This Jagata is always influencing me by giving Sukha Dukkha through my actions of Punya Papa because of Raga Dvesha. First stage. Second stage में जगत नास्ति. Third stage Brahman eva asti. Fourth stage, in the Brahman, Kalpita Jagat Asti for Vyavahara. Fifth, that Vyavahari Kalpita Jagat never touches me, the Brahman. You know, only ornaments are there is no gold. Second stage, there are no ornaments. Third stage, there is only gold is there. Fourth stage, gold appearing as ornaments. Fifth, yet the ornamentation of whatever sort of name form, do not touch the gold. That's what. Chid ekatvat prasangah syat kaha tatra itara vibhramaha shilahridaya pinapi swa akashe vishada eva chit. The chit is always vishada, conscious self, untouched. Datte antaha akilam shantam sannivesham yatha shila. Padartha nikarakare tu ayam akashajaha malaha. Like the mala in the akasha varna called as Vayu, Agni, Ityadi, they do not touch the akasha. Isn't it? The Vayu doesn't move or disturb the akasha. The Agni never heats up the akasha. The water never wets the akasha. Akash ki baat ho rahi. The earth doesn't give weight to the akash. All of them are supported in the akasha. In the same way, Chidakasha Sthita Maya, Maya Kalpita, entire Jagat of all Rupanama of all magnitudes and parameters do not touch that pure self. Magnitudes and parameters. You know, like a stone, an object, magnitude of the size of, let us say, 20 inches, parameter of 2 kgs. Do not touch the consciousness which is supporting that stone. That means the consciousness is not 10 centimeters or 10 kgs size and weight. Consciousness is not touched by them. Think. अब देखो ये सारा जगत में सारे पैरामीटर्स valid only because I first of all take myself to be this deha, and from that standpoint I see. When this deha dropped, Swapna deha we take up, this whole jagat goes away. The different jagat is project. When there's Jagrat Swapna, dono deha chodkar, when we go into Nidra, where is the corresponding world of parameters, weights? कुछ भी नहीं होता. Again and again, again and again, when we think, these two things have to be understood, that the Maya Shakti, inseparable from Paramatma Tattva alone, is projecting all these things, not creating. In pure Brahman, they are never there. Sad Brahma, Chit Brahma. That we are. Such we identified Buddhi and living as Buddhi Jivi. Identified mind and living as a mental person. Identified with the senses throughout the day, sensuous only. Identified with the body. We say man, woman, young, old, healthy, deceased. अब ऐसा आदत हो गया. We have to slowly understand all these things first, clearly intellectually. Then must know therefore what to do. Rise above upadhitadatmya. Therefore rise above upadhitadatmya identities. Nirupadhika Brahma, realize it. That's the suggestion of all Vedanta Upanishads. Okay? Now, Satta Satta Atmata Tvatta Matta Shleshana Santite Pallavantaralekauga Sanniveshavadatatam. So, Padartha Nikara Akashe to Ayam Akashaja Malaha Nasanti. As we said, in the Akasha, the other four Mahabhutas never exist. Pure Akasha. They don't even touch when they are projected, manifested. In the same way, Satta, Asatta, Atmata, you know, Satta manifest, Asatta unmanifest, Atmata identifying with them, therefore living as the Jagrat Purusha, Swapna Purusha, Sushupti Purusha. So too, Tatta and Matta, you-ness and my-ness. So you-ness, my-ness, wakingness, dreamness, sleepness, all of them, te nasanti. In the pure Brahman, in its true nature, none of these are there. Now you say, Pallavantara lekauga sanniveshavad. Like in that leaf, if you see, a variety of lines are there. They appear to be separate from the leaf for a very superficial onlook. When you deeply see, they are supported by that leaf only. So too, superficially, when we, without proper listening, thinking, deep understanding, see, the entire world appears to be independently real. But when you go deep in your Vedantic contemplation, understanding, we see they never existed only as apart from other than Brahman, the Paramatma. That alone is there always. Hey Rama, listen. Therefore, Anyananyatmakamidam Dattentaschit Swabhavataha Samasta Karanauganam Karanadipitamaha. See, Anya Ananya Atmakam Idam Dhatte Antaha Chit Swabhavataha. Chit Antaha Swabhavataha Datte. The pure consciousness alone supporting everything in this world. Which are they? Anya Ananya Atmakamidam. Ananyata Vidopadis. Vidopadis, when I get Tadatmya, I am so and so. After that, something other than me is Anya to me. So Anya Ananya Atmakam. So I am with this body, became one. So it is Ananyata with the body. Pakka ho gaya. This body, this mind, these senses, they are me. हम इतना होकर इससे हम दूसरों से लड़ते ही हैं और अदर्स आर अदर देन मी अन्य both of them are dhatte antah chit swabhavatah. The pure consciousness has a substratum to them that alone supporting it. Isn't it? The whole problem again and again is valuing these set of upadhis and owning them so much as mine. That this alone is me, the others are not me. Actually, if you see, ध्यान से सुनो. Let us take 2 or 3 minutes to analyze. Let us see if it gives us some light. First, whatever the Panchamahabhutas that are gone into the making of my Sharira, are they separate from yours? Are yours separate from me? They were Stula Deha Drushtya, same Panchamahabhutas. Point 1. Point 2. Equipments. My eye sees, my nose smells. Is it something different in you? Same, no? Your eye also sees, your ear also listens only, your tongue also tastes. Third one, behind me is the equipments of these. Is the consciousness or if there are not supporting, and that consciousness is I only. And I say finally I am conscious of. Now, is there anything different in you too? Are you not conscious of all these upadhis, their functionings? Three. Fourth one, now can the consciousnesses be two? देखो, while thinking this way, when we ruthlessly, forcefully detaching from the upadhis and slowly trying to identify with the common consciousness, where is the difference of you and I? You and I differences are there when we fall from the identity of the common consciousness into the trap of these upadhis. Even at the upadhisthai, there is no difference. Where is the difference then? Only in the acceptance and maintenance. Maintaining that nonsensical acceptance. स्वीकृति और उसको मेंटेन करने डिफरेंसेस. Like the mother-in-law, she accepts, maintains the difference. If she's my daughter, she's daughter-in-law. She always says daughter-in-law cannot be the daughter. Whereas बेचारी daughter-in-law अपनी माँ को छोड़कर आकर इतना सेवा कर रही. The stupid daughter already eloped with somebody. फनी होता है देखो. उस बेटी की वजह से इतनी बेइज्जती हो गई, और फिर भी मेरी बेटी प्यारी. And this bahu is taking care of the entire family, balancing so much. फिर भी बेटी नहीं होती बहू. अब शी इज फिक्स्ड इन दैट. She accepted and she is maintaining it. Therefore, always the difference. Everywhere. In the gross examples, may the nation-wise differences accepted, maintained. The religion-wise differences accepted and maintained. Continuously give that dukh. Then the root cause of all of that is the whole world is existing other than Brahman accepted, and it is maintained. Therefore, the ananda we are not getting, which is in Brahman, and dukkha we are not becoming free from, which is the only thing this jagat can give. सोचना पड़ता है, टाइम लेकर सोचना, आराम से सोच. अब नहीं कर पा रहे हो सोच समझ, आई pray to God as I do. Oh Lord, give me that leisure time, that subtle intellect, that introvertedness where patiently, perseveringly, I contemplate on all these things and reach to the crux understanding, the subtlest, the core of the understanding, intellectual. Then live that understanding. Right now, I'm living the ignorances, I'm living the projections, I'm living, living the delusions. Let me gain and live wisdom. That you are Brahman, I am Brahman, everybody is. In fact, that's going to be the final advice of this chapter from Vaashishtha next shloka. Anyway, we are going to see. So, samasta karana oghanam karana adi pitamaha. That Parabrahman is such a pitamaha. He is the adi karana of all the karana ogas. So, there are the floods and floods of karya effects. And there are the floods and floods of, or groups and groups of, or host and host of karanas are there for those karya. Like there are 10,000 utensils. So the karana for those 10,000 utensils is one steel. So too there are 10,000 ornaments. For that one gold is the karana. So karyas are many. To them so many karanas are there. Now to all these karanas when you go slowly the bhumi, the vayu, see the jala, the agni vayu, akasha, they become karana. For all of that the maya is karana. Ayam attattva maya. For this karana of all karanas, the maya, Paramatma is even karana for it. And he has no other karana. And in the logical explanation, karana alone appears as karya. Especially when the karana is intact as it is, then the karya is only projected, not real. Like the karana, the mud is as it is in the pot, the karya pot is projected only in the mud, not real. So to the Karana Parabrahma is always in his pristine Sachidananda Rupa. Therefore, the entire Karya of the whole world, starting from Maya, Mahat, Tanmatras, Pancha Mahabhutas, the Rupa Namatmaka Jagat, all of that is just projected on it. Given reality by our ignorance and delusion, and then we are seeking it and we are suffering in it. But Swamiji, I am getting the entire Jagat. No, I work, I get salary, I go to shop, I buy the things, I cook and I eat. ये सब तो चल रहा है ना. या ये सब स्वप्न में भी चलता है. Just because of that experience, do you say it's real? In cinema में भी सब चलता है. Hero is working, he has earned money, he went to the shop. It is so real to him in that plane, in that state of projection. So too for a dreamer. Same way, when the higher reality is not realized, ये सब हमको ऐसे ही real लगता है. Isn't it? ठंडा ठंडा बर्फ पकड़ा हाथ में, ठंड लगी ना, और फिर भी ये एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है और ये असत्य मिथ्या आप कैसे कहते हो? या सेम थिंग यू डू इन द ड्रीम आल्सो. ठंडा ठंडा आइस पकड़ा तो हाथ ठंड लगा. Just because of experience, do you say it's always real? Is there not a state of being where realize that the eyes, its coldness and its experience, all of them are projection. So in that Shuddha Brahma, all of these are really not there. So samasta karana oghanam karana adi pitama. Next, स्वभावतो कारणात्म चित्तम चिद्हि अनुभूतितः न चासत्वमचेत्यायाः चितो वाचापि सिद्ध्यति. Very, very sublime sloka. Swabhavata karanatma chittam. So the pure self, it has no karana. First of all, chidhi anubhutitaha. Every time whatever you are anubhava getting is chit only. But that only is in your non-apprehension named as this entire world. Nacha asatvam achetyayaha chitaha vachapi siddhyati. So from the reality standpoint, if it is realized, all these are found to be unreal, but that reality, pure consciousness, even by word also, cannot be said to be non exist. Means he is challenging a person who says the chit is never there, the Namarupatmaka Jagat alone is there. He says मुंह खोल कर भी तुम ये परमात्मा तत्व नहीं है कहने का हिम्मत नहीं रख सकते हो. और सेम टाइम परमात्मा alone is real. From his standpoint, the entire chit is never there. More subtly seen, every moment you are experiencing your own conscious self. That you are naming as drashta, darshana, drushya, the upadhi. In this way, in your delusion, you are projecting, in your illusion, you are projecting, in your delusion, you are accepting it. Like if I lift the phone, I say at a व्यवहारिक level, मैंने फोन को उठाया. पारमार्थिक दृष्टि से the object also Satchit Brahma. The hand which is holding also Satchit Brahma. I, the one who claim that I am holding with my hand this phone, that also is Satchit Brahma. And that Brahman you can't deny. And from that standpoint of Brahman, that alone is real. Everything is deniable. Reach to that intellectual understanding slowly, steadily. Because of our heavy prarabdha, terrible prarabdha, we are born in a place in those timings where everything gross is taken as real. Don't continue it. Study Shastras, slowly go to the cause and accept that as real. And have that jignasa to experience that causes oneself. And more importantly, have the mumukshuta that I want to get mukti from this ignorance, mukti from the delusion, mukti from the projected upadhis, mukti from satyata given to the upadhis, mukti from tadatma given to upadhis, mukti from उपाधि स्थायी सुख दुख का अनुभव. इन सब से मुझे मुक्ति चाहिए करके मुमुक्षुता. मैं अधिष्ठान ब्रह्म हूं उसका ज्ञान चाहिए करके जिज्ञासा. When we strengthen, then when this prarabdha goes, we are lifted into that place where all around is reveling in that only. That Brahman is Sat, I am that Brahman. है ना? Like in this very world, when I choose to and study the medicine, I am always with the group of doctors only. When I do with the law, I am with the group of lawyers only. When I am chosen and practice the politics, around me always politicians only are there. Isn't it? Don't we see that? If I choose to be a bhogi, always bhogis are around me. ये मेरा संकल्प है ना, मेरा इच्छा है, मेरा प्रयत्न है, मैं उनके बीच में जा पड़ रहा हूं. So to do the mumukshata strong, jignasa strong, then we'll be lifted from this confused world and put into that place wherein all around us is that only to inspire us. Why this extra thought added? Because we say, Swami is all around me. The people say the world is real and bhoga is real, money is real. Nobody, not even one person says the Brahman is real. Further, the answer is because of prarabdha jnana, we are put in that place. Now, being here, don't justify and get caught up. Strengthen your jignasa and mokshutra to whatever the opportunities that's given through these classes. And when our desire strong becomes for that, we are lifted into that world. Like when my desire is to be in the army, I'll be put in army where only army people are around me. And other than the times of coming home during holidays, see this army personnel. Always with those army soldiers, captains, brigades, brigadiers, or in those cantonment, यहीं घूमते रहे उनका जिंदगी वो है कि नहीं. वो मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग की ही इज ऑलवेज इन दोज मिशंस ओनली. वो अपना वो कोई सिविल इंजीनियरिंग चुन लिया तो इज होल लाइफ इज कौन सा बिल्डिंग बना दूं वो तोड़ दूं कौन सा बिल्ड बना. हिज वर्ल्ड इज दैट ओनली. सम पीपल हैव chosen the sports. अब वो बुढ़ा हो गया 78 years still he goes on doing commentary only on that. कौन क्या बॉल डाला कौन बैट. अरे इसे कोई मतलब ही नहीं. बट ही चोजन दैट. मरते दम तक वही करेगा. फॉर हिम देयर इज नो अदर वर्ल्ड अपीयर्स. किसी सिनेमा फील्ड छोड़ दो, मैं 50 साल से नाटक कर ही रहा हूं. एक नाटक में और एक नाटक आप देखो. These are all negative examples. From them, the positive is choose to be jignasu and mumukshu. Oh, you will find in next life yourself in that place where the people all around us are all talking, meditating, contemplating, realizing only the reality. मजा आता है. This is not there here. I'm just telling if there is a question. Next one. Uh, यदस्ति तदुदेतीति दृष्टं बीजादिवाङ्कुरः. है ना. यदस्ति तदुदेति. Bijadiva Ankura. In the Bija, the Ankura Hetu is there, therefore the Ankura has come. In the same way, the substratum of everything is Brahman only. Therefore, everything appearing is nothing but Brahman. Don't call it with any name and form, and don't give reality to that name and form more than to the substrate. In this way, having said, in the last mantra, Pichasi 81, 85, see that sublime, complete suggestion given by Vaashishtha ji to Rama, to all of us also. Listen that. Gagana iva sushunya bhedamasti tribhuvanamangamaha chitontarasyaha paramapadam ayam samasta drishyam tu idamiti nischyavan bhavanubhutaha. Wow. Again I'll chant. Gagana iva sushunya bhedamasti त्रिभुवनमङ्गमः चितोऽन्तरस्याः परमपदमयं समस्तदृश्यं तु idamiti निश्चयवान् भवानुभूतः. So Gaganya iva, like the space. Sushunya bhedamasti tribhuvanam anga. The tribhuvana which you see. Gaganam iva means like the space, the total space, the space in your hall, in your kitchen, in your bedroom. How many Gaganams are there? So too the space in a pot, घटा आकाश कहते हैं उसको. The space in the house is Griha Akasha. In that also bedroom Akasha, etc. Here are there so many Vedas are there in the Akasha. Naina? So too Gagana iva sushunya Vedam asti. In this way, there is no Vedam at all If you see from substratum standpoint, Tribhuvanam, the all three bhuvanas, the Bhuloka, Antariksha Loka, Swarga Loka, or Bhuloka, Adolokas, Urdalokas, or individually seen the जागृत लोक द स्वप्न लोक सुषुप्ति लोक ये त्रिभुवन जो है सुशून्य भेदमस्त in the substratum of all the three there is oneness, therefore there is no vedam. All the other three are projected. When they are projected, when they are not real, how can you imagine the भेद in them? कोई वस्तु सत्य है, आप उसमें भेद देख सकते, जो कल्पित है उसमें भेद देखना लॉजिक नहीं है, लॉजिक, और जो अधिष्ठान है वो अभेद है. Therefore, गगन इव सुशून्य भेदमस्ति त्रिभुवन अंग महाचितः अंतरस्याः. Mahachit is the supreme conscious Brahman. Within him, these projected entire worlds, they are not real. Substratum is same one without second. And that substratum, which is Mahachitaha, in which the three worlds are projected and never real, but given reality by us, and thus we were so far in confusion at the time of our ignorance. Now we have gained the wisdom. From this wisdom standpoint, there is no Veda from the substratum standpoint in all these three worlds. In all these three worlds, the support is one Paramatma Tattva only, that is Mahachitaha, and Paramapadam Ayam. That Mahachit, pure consciousness, is supreme state of being, Paramapadam Ayam. Samasta Drishyam tu idam iti. And the idam rupena darshita samasta drishyam is nothing but that Paramapata only. Iti nischayvan bhava. About this, have a nischaya yukta jnanam and anubhutaha through meditation. Even realize that self also. This is my advice to you here. Nischayanavan anubhutaha bhava. Be a firm in your Bauddhika Avagahana and Nischaya, and through the inner sadhanas of rejecting all the projected anatma and regaining the identity with the real Atma Vastu, Anubhutaha, be a person of experience also. So Siddhanta Jnana, Sadhana and Anubhuti. What is that? That Mahachiti, that Paramapadam alone is real, and I am that. Other than that, all the Tribhuvanas with all their varieties, their drama, their birth to growth to death to variety of karma, karma phala experiences, all of them are just kalpita only. This is Siddhanta, and sadhana bhi wahi hai, anubhav bhi wahi hai. When you come to the anubhav of that Mahachiti Paramapada, you will see you alone are there. There is nothing other than you. If it is there, kalpita. With your Shakti, you are doing Kalpana. Of oneself to be many. Only for play sake. This is the last advice. Gagana iva sushunya bhedamasti tribhuvana manga mahachitontarasyaha. Hey Anga, Anga means most dearest Rama. Mahachita antarasyaha. In that pure Maha infinite conscious Brahman, within it, all the Tribhuvanas are never real, therefore the differences between them are invalid. Like in the Akasha, the whole world is only projected. From the Akasha standpoint, which is their substratum, they are unreal. The differences are invalid. And that state of Mahachit is called a Panopada. Then Samasta Dushyam to Idamiti. From that standpoint, right now what you are seeing as Idam, all of that is that Brahman only. Nichayavan Bhavuva Anubhuta. Nishchayan Bhava and Anubhuta Bhava. May you have firmness in this knowledge and do the practice and experience and establish in it. Only two things. Mandukya. Sarvam hi etad Brahma. Ayamatma Brahma. Therefore, Sarvam Ahameva. Therefore, na anyadasti mattaha. Matta parataram anyad kinchidasti dhananjay. If it all asti, it's only ignorance projection. Asti tiyo bhakti na tasya moha vinirgataha. Is delusion ignorance have not gone. He is talking in a blabbering, ignorant manner. जिसने वेद वेदांत को सूक्ष्मता से अध्ययन किया, अंतर्मुख होकर साधना की, करके ब्रह्मानुभव पाया, उसको अदर देन ब्रह्मन as himself is nothing. If somebody is blabbering, talking about the existence of the world, himself something other than world, somebody, and involving it all, raga, desha, karma, this fellow is deluded and ignorant. अज्ञानी है और मोहग्रस्त. मोह रहित, अज्ञान रहित ज्ञानी के दृष्टि में सब एक ही ब्रह्म है, ओ मैं हूं. दैट्स इट. ओके. नाउ द लास्ट मंत्र 86 वाल्मीकि जी कहते. अभी तक द वशिष्ठ भगवान टीचिंग्स आर ओवर. In this chapter, this is how everything is Brahman, that is Pratipadita, established. Valmiki, Shri Valmiki Ruvacha. Ityuktavatyatha munau divaso jagama सायन्तनाय विधयेस्तमिनो जगाम स्नातुं सभाकृतनमस्करणा जगाम श्यामाक्षये रविकरैश्च सहाजगाम सहाजमाम और सहाजगाम. इति आर्षे श्री वासिष्ठ महारामायणे वाल्मीकीये उत्पत्ति प्रकरणे ब्रह्म प्रतिपादनं नाम चतुर्दशः सर्गः. इति तृतीयो दिवसः. This is how the third day's teaching of Vaashishtha done, and for us it is number of classes, if you see, 454. So iti uktavati ata munau. Munihi iti uktavati. When the Muni Vasishthaji this way was teaching, divasaha jagama, the day ended. Sayantanaya, the evening came. Or Sayantanaya vidaye astaminaha jagam. For the evening karmas to be done, like Sandhyopasana ityadi, as if hinting everyone, भगवान सूर्य became अस्तमित. मतलब शाम तक समय हो गया, उसका अर्थ ही है. स्नातुम सभाकृत नमस्करणा जगाम, and go and have evening bath and do sandhya vandana ityadi. To do so, everyone doing their due namaskaras to elders, mainly to Vasishtha, they all went away. मतलब ये कहते कहते शाम का समय हो गया, दिन ढल गया, सूर्य भगवान का अस्तमय होने वाले हैं. एवरीबडी वशिष्ठ जी को नमस्कार करके दे वेंट टू टेक बाथ एंड डू द इवनिंग वॉट एवर द अनुष्ठानास दे हैव टू डू. They went, they did it. Then Shama Kshaye, in the Shama, the night, Kshaye ended, Ravikaraicha, because of the arrival of Surya Bhagwan and his Kiranas, Sahaja Mama, again all of those who went away in the evening yesterday, next day, the fourth day, they all have again came back to the same Sabha Mandapa to continue to listen to Sri Vaashishtha. है ना, लाइक स्पिरिचुअल कैंप सब जब करते हैं, शाम का क्लास हो गया, all of you disperse, have a dinner and sleep. The next day early morning, don't you join for morning class or meditation class. Like now you go all for sleeping. Those who are not sleeping in the class, or those who are sleeping here also. Next day again, you get up and take bath and come and again sit in the class. In that way, iti uktavati atamano devaso jagama, सायन्तनाय विदे अस्तमिनो जगाम स्नातुं सभाकृत नमस्करणा जगाम श्यामाक्षये रविकरैश्च सह आजगाम. इति इस तरह से आर्षे श्री वासिष्ठ महारामायणे वाल्मीकि ऋषि वशिष्ठ जी प्रोक्त वाल्मीकि जी के द्वारा रचित इन दिस रामायण उत्पत्ति प्रकरणे, in this Utpathi Prakaranam, third one, Brahma Pratipadanam Nama, establishing Brahman and Brahman alone is there. That Nama Chaturdasha Sargaha, 14th Sarga concludes. So, iti Tritiyo Divasaha. In this way, the third day concluded. Now, in the Chaturtha Divasa, from this 19th Sarga, first time the Upakhyanas start. This text started with Upakhyana of, you can see that the Prashnottari happened in the sky, etc. Long back वैसा we forgot. 2 साल हो गए, अगस्त 5 को. बीच में we left for 6 months ना. We were doing Tulsi Ramayana. So from tomorrow, in the new 15th Sarga onwards, Upakhyanas will start. So tomorrow we'll see Leela Upakhyana, and that also Mandavya Upakhyana. In that Mandavya, Raja Varnanam, then Raja's wife Rani, and her Dukha. And through those Katha, already said Vedanta that Brahman alone is Satyam, everything is Kalpitam, that will be brought into our cognition. This subject is so sublime and our delusions are so strong that unless thousands of times again and again is taught, and unless we catch it, and unless we live it, that ignorance will not go away, samsara will not go away. है ना? स्वामी जी, कब तक आप ब्रह्म सत्यम जगत मिथ्या बोलते जाओगे? आप मिथ्या जगत छोड़कर सद्ब्रह्म को पकड़कर मुक्त होने तक आप यम है. Because if you leave it means what? You are living truth only, no? As simple as that. If I am not studying Upanishad means the Upanishad Vedya Brahma Tattva I am living means what? On the Brahman, the projected world, I am holding on to it means I am entering into samsara only, no? Then how long I have to listen to this? So long the whole thing goes away. Like how long I have to take medicine? So long the total disease goes away. Till that I have to take. संसार रूपी रोग दूर होने तक वेदांत रूपी औषध का सेवन करते ही रहना है. So tomorrow we will chant this chapter and then we will see the meaning. Thank you for your patient listening. This chapter took not less than 16-17 days because of 86 mantras. Om Sri Rama Arpanamastu. Om Sri Rama Sharanam Mama. Sri Ramayana Sharanam Mama. Sri Vashishtha Sharanam Mama. Sri Vishwamitra Valmiki Sharanam Mama. Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama. Tatsat Brahma Arpanamastu. Thank you. Let us study the Yoga Taravali.